Bonjour Chantal, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, Christophe. Thank you for inviting me.
No problem, it's always a pleasure to catch up as well with former colleagues, or at least I used to work for Swift, you still do.
Yes.
And I've heard that from last year, or less than 2 years ago, you got the job, like one of the most exciting jobs in the financial services industry, which is to be in charge of Sibos.
Correct. It's a fantastic job.
So it's Sibos number 2 you're working on, so in London this year,
Correct.
am I correct?
Correct. And it's the first time Sibos is coming to London in all of its 41 years. So it's quite a unique opportunity, I would say.
No pressure?
No pressure at all, no.
So what brings you to Innovate Finance Global
Yeah.
Summit 2019?
Yeah. Perhaps most people wouldn't expect us to see Sibos straight away at an event that's geared towards fintech. But since a couple of years, since Toronto actually in 2017, we started to open up Sibos because, as you know, Sibos is a global community event and fintechs are very much part of the financial community. So it only makes sense to make sure that fintechs are duly represented at Sibos as well. So that's why we're here today to look at who are the UK stakeholders, what's the UK fintech system, fintech ecosystem like. So that's exactly why we're here today.
So what's so exciting then of Sibos coming here to London? You said after so many years, and because of the state, I guess, of the industry and the online banking boom. So please tell us more about that.
So, well, first of all, London is the global financial hub of the world.
Still.
So it was actually, for us, it's really great that we can bring Sibos, which is the industry's premier flagship event, to the world's global financial capital. Then on top of that, Sibos is all about the intersection of banking and technology. So coming to a city where technology is at its hottest and it's booming, that's another great reason why we're so happy that Sibos is coming to London. And then third but not last, as we get delegates from all around the globe, they also want an interesting city, because after all the hard work at Sibos, they like to stay on for a while, and London is a great place to discover culturally as well.
There's worse places anyway to spend a few days, as you said, so it's quite
absolutely.
attractive. Okay, so why are you willing or aiming to attract fintech to Sibos this year?
Yeah. So Sibos is indeed not a fintech event. It's not an event by fintechs for fintechs, but actually, as we want to make sure that all the stakeholders are represented, we do believe that Sibos has an interesting value proposition for fintechs, because Sibos is where global senior leaders come to. So it's the right level of people you meet there. And on top of it, we do believe that banks are looking nowadays to partnering with fintechs. Fintechs are looking to partner with banks. So what better place to come to than Sibos, actually?
So it's a match made in heaven,
it's
possibly.
It's a match. It's definitely a match.
And I've always been impressed by exactly your ability, of course, to attract the senior leaders from those large institutions. So and at the same time, years ago already, to kickstart your inner tribe type of alternative way to again engage in the market and be more innovative and more open as an organization. So that's great. So if we go back to the fintech, so which types of fintech, because there's so many different fintechs, right? Which types would you like to attract and then to participate to Sibos this year?
That's a good question, and we want fintechs to have really a valuable time at Sibos. So we're looking for fintechs that really have something on offer that's of interest to the banks that come to Sibos, and the main business that we're looking at, of course, is cross-border payments. It's about back office systems, it's about RegTech, it's about fraud, it's about data, all the hot topics. So it's less in the retail space, I would say, less customer, purely consumer to bank. But that as well might be of interest, but we want the fintechs and the banks both to have, to really make it worth their while. So those are the kind of fintechs we're looking for.
So we can make total sense. And we're talking about fintech then with already more scale-ups than startups. I mean, fintech with already more than an MVP, so a client base, a solution, introduction, addressing key challenges today.
We're very happy to welcome fintech delegates from all kinds of fintechs to Sibos, so everybody, fintechs can apply to join. And we'll make sure to welcome them. For the fintechs exhibiting, we indeed are looking not at the very, very baby fintechs that just have an idea. We'd like to have the fintechs that already have a product, that are working with one or more banks, so they can scale their product and service there at Sibos.
Okay, so just, I know you're very busy, so let's ask you just a couple more questions, if it's okay with you. First one, let's talk about the selection process, because you've got a process, right? Are you looking to have 100 startups, right? Where are you at in that selection process? And if people want to nominate a startup or a fintech firm, how can they do that now? Please?
So the selection, the application process started in April, so we only just opened the fintech applications. But fintechs can definitely apply, so if they think it's worth their while to come to Sibos, they should visit sibos.com and go to the Discover page. It's under the exhibition, and there they can find a form to apply. They provide a bit of data, and then we have our Discover team that will look at the application and make sure it's indeed worth their while to come to Sibos.
So we're talking global, right? Could be anywhere from Asia,
yes, we'd like to
France,
have really, of course, the UK.
From the UK?
Yeah, UK is is going to have a big representation, but we really want, just like Sibos on the main exhibition floor, it's a global event, so we want fintechs from all around the world.
And what do fintech get then if they go through that and they're selected?
Yeah. So they get a bespoke booth, for a very cost-effective price, I would say. That also includes some fintech, some tickets to come to Sibos. They don't have to do a lot about their booth. It's going to be in an amazing space. We can't share the plans with you. It's going to be exciting. The fintech booths will be positioned around InnoTribe, which provides for an amazing experience, open stage, open area. So there's going to be lots of traffic flow, good conversations, and good food and drinks as well.
So there's really no reason why fintech, wouldn't apply then to be part of that 100 group.
Not. Yeah. Absolutely not.
The last question, again, thank you so much for your time, Chantal. I won't call you Pascal. Is around Boston, because I know we're already planning well ahead. At least you are, not me on that occasion. You're coming to the US next year. Is there something a message you'd like to communicate already to maybe fintech or influencers or anyone who would like to experience the value of Sibos for fintech in London maybe this year, with a view to do the same in Boston next year?
We would encourage any fintech that's Boston or that's US based to come and join us in Sibos London, because it's a global global event. It provides a perfect opportunity for them to start building up their contacts and then continue the journey in Sibos Boston.
Ok, parfait. Merci beaucoup,
Thank you,
Chantal.
Christophe.
Et j'espère qu'on va se revoir donc à Sibos à Londres en septembre.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Really a
Thank
pleasure.
you.